how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Software Inc. and welcome back to Take 5 Interactive, where some of my employees are not very happy. And I realize that that's partly because I totally forgot to give them canteens. So we're probably going to want to deal with that today. So my thinking on this is pretty simple. We go ahead and select the entire floor that we have here, minus these two rooms. We go into build mode and we duplicate the entire thing. And we just throw it up here. Nice and plain and simple. That also gives us more bathrooms, which I think is fairly important. So that works out well for us. What I'm thinking we're going to do is select all of the tables in this room and delete them. And that gives us a nice big space for a canteen here. I'm also going to select all of the lights and get rid of those. And we're going to make it nice and bright so I can see what I'm doing nice and plain and clearly here. I'm also thinking room colors, interior. Let's just go for, I think sort of a tealish color, and the floor can be a nice kind of white. We'll go for something nice and bright there with, let's go for, let's just go for we'll go for that. Why not? So that'll be a kitchen and also canteen in one. We're going to do this relatively quickly because I think we can probably get away with doing it pretty quickly. So we'll throw ourselves some cookers over there. We'll do 4 of them because why not? And we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And we'll go ahead and do some fridges on this section of wall here. We'll do 2 of them for now. I'm not sure if 2 is going to be enough, but we're going to give it a shot. We'll also put some of these counters in the corners here as well. So we'll get that done. We'll go ahead and put a counter there and there with some of these guys here and here on either side of the fridges. We'll get ourselves a nice counter there. And what I'm thinking we do is we throw some sinks right there. And I'm thinking we do some of these counters right there, and we do this as well. So that we have kind of a, just, something wrapping around the kitchen space in kind of an interesting way. I think that's kind of cool. We can do a bunch of tables out here and just have this as the kitchen space. And I like that a lot. Now, in terms of the way I want to do this, I actually kind of want to put some room dividers in here because I think it'd be kind of cool if this was almost like a, that kind of looks like a bit of like a backboard for the sinks and whatnot. I think that's kind of cool. And I kind of like the idea of having the kitchen space a little bit cut off. Not terribly, but just definitely a little bit there. So that kind of works out. In terms of everything else, so if we look at canteen, we can go and get some vending machines, and we can do 1, 2, which I think is pretty solid. I think we can go ahead and throw a mini fridge right there, which I think would be a good idea. We can do espresso machines, so we can do one there and there. We can definitely do things with TVs, but I'm thinking what I also kind of want to do is I want to do stuff with these benches here. So if I go ahead and put a table in, do these benches, they do snap to them. So I think what we do is we go down this wall over here, and I think we do, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That actually worked out perfectly. Okay. So then we need the middle benches for all of these guys. So the middle benches go in all of those spots. And then these are the left end pieces. So they go on all of those spots. And then the right bits go there and there. And this will give us, decent little bit of seating for all of the employees. I think the benches actually look really cool as well. I don't think I've used the benches that much either, so I do kind of dig this. And then if I just go and grab this and duplicate, I can basically do this kind of the whole way across. It's not going to be... maybe a better way of doing it would be something like that, where we kind of space them a little differently. So they're spaced more like that with kind of an open space in the middle. That doesn't actually give us as much seating as I would have liked. So I think we will maybe just duplicate you down to there. And I think we can duplicate you again down to there. And I think that's a little better. I definitely think that kind of works out. I think I could probably grab this guy, though. And if we offset the grid a little bit and rotate that way, we can get a bench there as well. Which doesn't seem like a bad idea. I'm not really opposed to that. Although, I think we'll get rid of it anyway. Let's just go ahead and get some tables here and here, because that's where the serving trays need to go. And, I mean, in terms of everything else... Oh, a serving table. Okay. So does this serve the purpose of a serving tray? I guess it does. We'll give it a shot. We'll see how that turns out. That seems like kind of a cool thing to have. And truth be told, I would almost be inclined to, thinking about it, we can move the vending machines into there. We can duplicate you. And I can put another serving table there, which seems like it would be a pretty good idea. So we'll do that. We are going to need ventilation in here. So we'll do some cooling fans there. We'll do some heating grills here. And we'll do some heating there with a bit of cooling there as well. And the room actually does need a little bit more. So we'll do cooling there and heating there. And it looks like it's going to need one more in terms of heating. So we'll go ahead and throw it just, I guess, back here. Seems like a pretty good spot. So there we go. That should keep that pretty solid. Let's now go ahead and select all of the tables and recolor them. And I'm thinking we're just going to go for a pretty simple kind of white with, I mean, what's the tertiary in all of these guys? We'll go for just sort of a white and black scheme, I think. And same with the benches as well. So primary white, secondary is the back on them, which is white, and tertiary is that, which I think is the legs. And I kind of dig it. It's a little prison-like. I'll be honest. It's definitely a little prison-like in here, but that's fine, I guess, is what it is. It's totally fine. And I'm thinking I'm also going to do... I do kind of want to do these floor lights. I really do. I like these a lot. I just don't think they're going to be... Well, no, I don't think we can do them anywhere. Let's just do some lights the best we can. So let's do a light... there. And we'll kind of just dot them the whole way along here. Something like that. We'll do the same over here. And this should give us a pretty good layout in terms of lighting, I think. That seems like it lightens the room up really nicely. So that kind of works out. And I think we can also go ahead and probably throw in a couple more vending machines. Actually, do we have a water cooler? I guess we don't put a water cooler in here. Okay, a couple more vending machines it is then. So that kind of works out. Let's go ahead and set this to be a canteen. And that seems pretty good to me. So that should cheer people up. And we are going to need to, manage staff and get them coming in and whatnot. So let's hire some cooks. Let's hire 4 of them. Have them come in the morning. We'll actually go ahead and just select all of you and say come in at 7. And then I want more. Oh, I have to do that slightly differently. So 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys are going to come in at 12. Is what you're going to do. And that seems like it'll be pretty good for us. So hopefully, we're going to see people actually, go into the canteen, chilling, having a good time, all of that stuff. We got plenty more people going to the bathrooms, which is fantastic. So we'll see how this works out. Now, having a look at all of our software, we're actually doing pretty well on all of these different fronts. And we also have the games team here doing their thing as well. So, Battle Buddies is well through its second iteration right now, which is lovely. Who the hell are you? Fire Inspector. Oh God. Oh God. Oh boy. Okay. I forgot about that. I'm gonna be honest. I did ever so slightly forget about Fire Inspector. So a couple of, it doesn't seem like a bad idea. So maybe put, oh my God, I have so many rooms to go through to do this. This seems like a nightmare. This is an actual nightmare going through and placing all of these. Okay, well, at least that floor is safe. we've got that going for us. The fire inspector is going to be, I reckon, probably quite annoyed. Are we going to do we get like a fine or something? I don't remember what happens. So we failed. Elevators cannot be used during a fire, so we're going to need to fix that. I need to have fire alarms in each room. I need to put sprinklers in offices. Okay. So fire alarms are going to be needed. Right, we can do that, right? The fire alarms aren't such a big deal. I can manage fire alarms, right? So we have fire alarms in here now. And then that means I kind of need to go and add them to, oh my God. I need to add them to everything. Oh boy. Okay, well, we can certainly do that. Not exactly the most thrilling bit of Software Inc. that I've ever played, but sure. We'll do the same with the offices too. So we'll go and put a fire alarm there, and just the entire way up through this side of offices. And then we're going to have to go and do the same with the other side as well. I'm not going to do this entire process right now. This is something I'm going to do over the course of a few episodes, I think, because I am not interested in doing all this right now. This space is going to need one. This space is going to need one. So are you, and so are you. And I guess we can sort of do the same here. I think the easiest way to manage this is probably going to be fire alarms by the doors. So we can dot those around a little bit. So that gives us good coverage there. And we'll do this floor as this will be the last floor that I touch today, because I'm, like I said, really not interested in going just too crazy on this right now. So there we go. That's at least some of it covered. We don't have stairs. That is something we're actually, oh, wait a minute. A cook is unable to find a fridge. So we might need more fridges. What that tells me is you can move to there. You and you can be deleted. You can be duplicated. That's not quite what I wanted, actually. Duplicate you. Space already occupied, so delete and move. Duplicate and place you there. Then duplicate these guys into something like that. So that gives 4 fridges for 4 cookers. So we're hopefully going to be okay. It looks like there is some cooking going on. There is some stuff being put out on the tables. So we got that going for us. It doesn't look like much is going on with the cooking, though. Maybe the cooks take a while to get up here. I honestly don't know. There we go. So stuff's now being served. How does the serving actually work? I'm noticing a lot of employees coming in here to get coffee, but not really much beyond that. It's kind of weird. Regardless, we have a canteen. People can cheer up a little bit and hopefully be a little bit happier. And if they're not a bit happier about it, well, that's not my problem, quite frankly. We'll deal with it, some other time. Now, in terms of releases, I think what we're going to do is, I think we are going to start, burglars are looting my premises, really. So what, they're going down, they're going into here. You know what I didn't do? I didn't put security cameras in the printing spaces. That's what I didn't do. Didn't put security cameras in the printing spaces. What are they taking now? What are you doing? Hello? Oh my God. They're taking my servers? Oh my God, okay. $916,000. Good Lord. Right. So I ever so slightly forgot about the fact that I had to put in security here. So where the hell do I get security cameras? We have a security desk. Am I blind? I'm not seeing. So function. Staff. No. Temperature. No. Security. Yes. So I think some security cameras might be in order. I think one there and one there would be a pretty good idea. I think one, probably, I don't know, there and there would be a pretty good idea. I'm thinking that probably in here would be a pretty good idea too. So right about, there, we'll cover that entire space. So now if we get broken into, unless they go through the cargo bays, we'll be fine. But here's what I'm thinking. So let's start moving things into development that are ready to go into development. I don't think there is too much sense in sitting on all of them. They're not going to be getting marketed right away, but that's kind of okay. We can certainly manage that. And I'm slightly tempted to put together another games team. So let's actually do that. Let's do games 2. And we'll add that team. And we'll give them, I don't know, sort of a bright, I guess, pink color. That seems nice. We don't actually have a pink team right now. And if I go to HR management, we'll just set them up exactly the same way that we had in the other one. We'll do hired 4, education level that, education 10, and it was 12, 12, 11 with whatever specializations and high salaries. So that'll keep us nicely situated. If we go to hire employees, we are going to search for all of that with a good skill set, which is you, I guess. You can hold meetings. I realize the guy that we hired before can't hold meetings. That's fine, I guess. So we'll bring you into games team 2, Ramona Castillo. So you are hired, which is fantastic. And if we look at roles, you are now a leader. So games team 2 should go up to, actually it won't go up to anything right now. So switch team to games 2. And then if we go and have a look over here, we can say this office right here is games 2. So games 2 should go up to 36 people, just like games 1, which it absolutely did. And we should probably give them something to work on. I reckon Army Strike. I reckon we give them the sequel. So let's go ahead and make a sequel to Army Strike. Army Strike 2 works for me. And actually, yeah, Army Strike 2, The Call of Duty is what we're going to go for. Actually, no, it wouldn't be that. Would they put the? I feel like the as a subtitle for games isn't really a thing anymore. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like The Call of Duty in the night. Sure. Army Strike 2, The Call of Duty. Army Strike 3, The Medal of Honor. Army Strike 4, The Battlefield. I think that works. I think that we'll play on that. In terms of existing things, T5 FPS is probably a good shout. And let's see. So we need to give this to games 2 is what we're going to do. And games 2. And we'll be pretty nicely situated there. So let's take a look and see what we can do. Tech levels. I want the tech levels to be as high as they possibly can be. And I want to go ahead and assign the operating systems as well. It needs to go on Plaything 4. Even though, no, Plaything 5 won't be out by the time we do this. So, in terms of editors, we're going to go 1990 on you and 1991 on the audio. So, adaptive music. We'll do this kind of stuff. So, physics, customizable character. We'll do that. And there's not really much else we can do. We can do recorded dialogue. I think that's pretty good. I think we'll do... We'll do... dialogue trees aren't really going to do much for us. Exclusive music doesn't do much. So we can get 91%. That's fine. Not exactly ideal, but it'll work out for us. And we can actually bring this down a little bit to get the 100%. So that works right there for me. Next page... Games Team 2, approximately 2 years. Honestly, that's fine. We'll throw it in development. And then Games Team 2 can go ahead and work on Army Strike 2, The Call of Duty. And that works out. That is fine by me. And it's also kind of cool. We have this... Oh, hello. Accept and close. We have our giant building now, which is kind of neat. Definitely kind of neat. I'm kind of happy with this. I'm also pretty sure some of the temperature units that we have are probably really struggling right now, but I'm sure they'll manage. Let's see. How's the canteen going? So the canteen's not really... Oh, there we go. There's food getting served. That's what you want to see. So that will keep my employees relatively happy. Print is very nearly good to go. Let me have a look here. Army Strike 2.6 million. Notebook 90 is just losing money at this point. So let's end marketing on you. Bug Stomper's getting there. Bug Stomper still has active users. Soapbox does not, so cancel support. Army Strike does. Print Pro does not. Master Dragon does. Smartsheet does. And I think the rest of them do as well. So we're doing okay there. I think we probably should look into making another piece of hardware. And I think we're going to take the hardware team off of Plaything 5 and we'll let the console OS team kind of run with that. Because I do want to make another Master Dragon headset. That's another thing we kind of want to do here. So make a sequel. I mean, I don't really know. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do with this, but T5 Dragon, sure. We'll kind of give it everything. Well, you know what? Bring the tech level up. Let's not give it everything it had before. We're gonna bring it up here a little bit. So we can't do RGB until the year 2000. We can't do wireless technology until 2000. So hopefully this is out before then. Networking is something we can do. But the problem with networking is that it's probably not going to be supported by everything. And what's also interesting is that this can only go onto computer operating systems. So that's fine. We'll put it on Lion and we'll put it on these three is what we'll do. Actually, if I take FrameStop out, can I do networking? I can. That's perfect. Now there's a lot of wasted interest here, which I don't like. I really don't like that. I think animations we can take out. And hardware visualization we can take out. And then networking will do... I don't really know, to be completely honest. Profile sharing? I guess we don't need it. We'll have networking in there. And then I guess Master Dragon 2 or 3 rather can be better. And we're also going to need to set up a production line for this. So we need plastic, circuit boards, speakers, microphones, all going into 4 assemblers. And yeah, we'll have to figure that out. That's going to be a little weird, but we'll figure it out. 134. Let's do 129.99. And sure, I'm kind of okay with this. We'll give it to the hardware team. And we'll give it to the hardware team as we do. Missing a level 1 system programmer. Really? That's actually kind of surprising. Let's develop it, and we're just going to have to hire a level 1 system programmer to that team, is what we're going to need to do. So where the hell is the hardware team right now? They're over here. Let's move the hardware team perhaps, or rather, let's do this. Let's give the hardware team these 2 spaces as well. So switch these to the hardware team, and that gives us an additional 22 employees. So if I go to manage teams and I go to hardware and I go to HR management, specializations are largely hardware. Let's have them specialize in everything, including hardware. And so they currently have what? 7 and 7 is 14. So that's 19 plus leader. So we could, let me see here. Hold on a minute. So hardware team is here. That room has 20 desks. So for 1, we are now adding 1 to that room plus 23. So plus 22. So 23 overall. So they have 20 right now. Let's bring this to 6 to fill that 1. And now we're adding 22. So let's break that up into 7 and 7 is 14. Actually, we could do 8 and 8 would be 8 and 8 is 16 plus 5. So 15, 15, 11. That would give us 31? That doesn't seem right. Let me have a look at the numbers. I've done the math wrong here. So 11 and 11 is 22 plus 20 is 42. I'm an idiot. Okay. Okay, so that's been worked out. We're now up to 43 employees in the hardware team. They are going to be spread out across 2 floors, which I'm not too worried about. That kind of works for me for the most part. So the hardware team is actually doing pretty good at getting Master Dragon 2 into a relatively workable state. It looks like the hardware thing is the one that's going to take the most time, but it's going pretty quickly there. In terms of other things, Print is ready to develop. Bug Stomper is very nearly ready to develop. Same with Buddy Battles as well. So no complaints really. We're doing pretty well on all of this development that we have going on. Master Dragon does not meet demand and I'm losing sales. Really? Why did it spike up again last year? That's weird. Okay, so we actually do need to be making more of Master Dragon, which is such a stupid name, but whatever. I wonder if I could get all of its production sort of limited to this space here. So let's have a look at distribution, hardware manufacturing. Master Dragon needs plastic. So can I pop this out? I can. That's good. So it needs, ideally, it is going to need component printers, 1, 5, 9, and it needs 11 of them in total, feeding into 4 assemblers. Okay. Let's try and do that. Let's actually try and get this to happen. So it needs, let me see here, room. What are we looking for? We are going to be looking for distribution. So we are going to need component printers. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. Okay, we're going to do it on this side then. Assuming I can actually do this. This might be weird. This definitely might be weird. 1. Okay, yeah, that was great. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 10, 11. So that's all the printers that we need. We need to grab you and you. And I need to move, rotate that way, and put them there. So then what we need to do is you are doing headsets. So plastic is you. And 1, 2, 3, 4, you are doing circuit boards. 1, 2, 3, 4, you are doing speakers. And we're not doing LEDs right now. We'll do that eventually. And you're doing microphones. We're going to need to buy another plot of land, I think, for manufacturing at some point. But this will do for now. Then these 4 are going into assemblers. That's going to be weird. Is what that's going to be. It's going to be really, really weird. So we need 4 assemblers. And I need these to have some space between them. What the hell way am I going to do this? So I guess... I need them all to go there. Is what I do need. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that works. Conveyor belts for these guys are going to be plain and simple like this. And I guess what we're going to do is something like this, where we kind of have to just use a bunch of splitters and hope that this kind of works out. I guess that's kind of what we're doing here. And then I want to elevate these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do ceiling mounted conveyor belts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to bring it across here. And we're basically going to not do that one. We're going to do ceiling mounted conveyor belt to there. And then bring this down to there. So these guys are going to be headset assembly, which is great. So that now all comes together. It then comes down. This is where it gets a little weird. We can't use that particular thing. Right. Okay, so final assembly might actually take place on this floor, which I'm kind of okay with. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not actually super annoyed about that. So bring this over here. Bring you over here. Bring you to here. And final assembly, it does need 4 assemblers. So maybe final assembly won't be here. Or maybe it will. We'll find out. Let's see what we can do here. So component assembler. We can go... I do need splitters. So this needs to come down. Might be tricky. This might work. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are going to need a splitter going that way, that way, that way. We need conveyor belts going there, 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 and in. And we need this guy to go in. We need you to go that way. And we need you to go there. So now we have 4 of these assemblers. You guys are going to be doing final assembly on headsets, which is great. Actually, thinking about it, I could put them on this because that will just push them towards final assembly, which is not really the end of the world. Wouldn't necessarily be enough assemblers, but technically we could do that. Technically speaking, we could, if we really wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm going to keep final assembly up here just because I'm curious to see how this goes. And also, I guess we're going to use this set of conveyor belts rather than another one. This might be weird. This really might be weird. We'll figure it out. Regardless, we are going to need component recyclers. And then I kind of need these guys to immediately go up so that we can get people under here. And then I kind of need it to go down. I kind of need it to go there. And I kind of need this guy to go like this and like this. And that, I think, works. I think people can get around there. So we'll see how that goes, is what we'll do. We should... if I'm not mistaken, we should start manufacturing things eventually. We'll see how this goes. So those are going to come down. Those are going to go to here. And they're going to get put onto here. So we have Master Dragon getting made now. Okay. So yeah, we're now making headsets. This still isn't done. Bug Stomper is ready to develop, so push that into development. And yeah, everything else is kind of going along nicely. This is fantastic. So, as much a mess as this is, we are, at the very least, making things. So no complaints from me there. Although it does seem like we might be... It seems like we might be just wasting components right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm not 100% sure, but it does look like we're not using all of these components, which makes me think that we're potentially... Oh, no, there they go. Okay, I've got no idea. I have no idea. It's fine. It's whatever. We're making things. It really doesn't matter. Right, Buddy Battles. Let's get you into development. Plaything 5 is so close to being done. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Why is Buddy Battles not assigned to anybody? That was Gaming 1, I think. So there we go. Games Team 1 can work on that. And then everybody's coming into work today, which is good news. This is all doing whatever it's doing. We lost some money last month. That's alarming, but we'll be okay. An employee is hungry and is having trouble working. We do have a canteen. Go to it. There's a good amount of food in the canteen as well. Just go and eat. That's all you got to do. It's not that difficult. It's really not that difficult at all. Just, you know, enjoy food. It's what I do a lot. I like food. It's great. I don't know many people that don't enjoy food. It's one of those things that generally is somewhat universally appreciated, at the very least, for the most part. Yeah, I feel like there is just a general appreciation for the concept. Plaything 5 still taking its time there. It is great to see all of these things coming along. Like Smartsheet is almost ready to go into beta, which is good. So I'm looking forward to experimenting with these to see if my theory about how the wasted interest works is right. I have absolutely no idea still, but we're gonna find out is what we're gonna do. We are going to find out. Master Dragon does not meet demand. How? How much is it selling? So my release is Master Dragon. Profit last... It is selling. Why is it selling? I ported it to everything, didn't I? That's what I did. Okay. Right. Well, that's frustrating. It's not as high a priority. Okay. Maximum of 250,000. And we are really not getting that many into storage before it seems to sort of just stop. I'm not quite sure why we're not getting that many into storage. That's a little weird. So we are pumping out... What are these? So headset systems. And then the assemblers just don't seem like they're... Past 24 hours, 380. So that's final assembly with none queued. I don't understand why there's none queued. What have I done here? So that goes down to there. I'm actually not sure what is going on with all of this. It's a little weird that we're only apparently making 5,000 at a time. So this is just like these are recycling so much, which is a little bit nuts to me. Master Dragon still doesn't meet demand. Yeah, that's not good. That is actually really bad. Why are these guys not doing anything? Clear boxes, furniture color, duplicate. I didn't know I could change the color of these. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but I absolutely can. Interesting. That's really weird to me. I also realize I could have done this so much better. Hold on a minute. There is a much better way to do this. I'm a friggin' idiot is what I am. Grab all of you guys. And grab all of you and delete. Grab all of you and delete. We'll do this in a way that actually makes sense. I know, that's weird, but that's what we're gonna do. Let's get rid of this as well. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a splitter here, here, and here. I'm gonna bring this conveyor belt down to here. Send that one in. And then I'm gonna do this and this. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is this and this with an elevated conveyor belt that goes like this and this. Right? So now that I've done that, do this kind of thing and that kind of thing. So that splits, and then these guys split in that kind of direction. So those now funnel in. And then instead of doing assemblers that loop around, we can just do more assemblers here. So they can just feed directly into each other. Grab these guys. They are going to be output for final assembly and headsets. And then essentially conveyor belts that come out. It is recommending getting rid of... No, I don't want to do that. I don't really want to do that. I want to bring these guys now up like this and bring them over this way. We can bring them over to about here, over to here, and down like that. So now it's pumping out components. Oh dear. That is not quite what we want. We need to clear... I'm going to select all of these. Clear boxes. So yeah, we do actually need the recyclers. That's a little bit annoying, but whatever. Select these guys and move by 1. Then all I need to do is this with recyclers. So now, if I've done my job right, this should all split a little bit better. And it does at least look like it's manufacturing somewhat. Nowhere near as much as I'd like. I still don't know why it's not manufacturing that much. There we go. So there's some pumping out. That's good. So there's a lot queued in here. Yeah, I got no idea. So this is queuing up a lot of things. It just doesn't seem like they're being moved into these assemblers. There we go. So now they're pumping things out, but again, not all that often. I don't know. That's weird. We do have more in storage though. We have a good number in stock, so maybe it'll pick up eventually. Or maybe it's just... Oh, you know what it probably is? It's probably the way these guys are all sort of filtering. So it's probably like the plastic. Yeah, the plastic's probably just not getting there. Which actually it looks like that's exactly what's going on. So yeah, we probably need to change the way these guys are set up. Which, to be fair, makes sense. So they're getting a lot of like these components. They're not getting a lot of the other ones. So let's do... So we have 11 of these. Let's do... Okay. Let's do plastic in the middle. Let's do... I think we had 4 of you. And then let's do you there. So we'll try setting up that way and see how it goes. Doesn't seem like it's much better. I think these guys just need to be set up completely differently. Which, I mean, you know, makes sense. But, well, it seems like these are pumping out a little more often, so there's that at the very least. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to set up these assemblers a little, or the printers a little bit differently. But you know, we have more in storage than we had, so we should have less complaints about not enough being in stock, which is what we want. And then in terms of everything else, Plaything 5, honestly, move it in development. It's about time. You move in development, and then everything else is looking like it's very nearly good to market. So I think it's probably about time that we start doing that. Smart Sheet is about done. So God, we have to work out when these things are going to release. Right. It is November of 1996. We have... Oh my God, we have a lot of work to do on this. We have to work out when these are all going to release, which means I need to have a look and see what we're competing with. Oh boy. I've slightly sarcastically say this is going to be fun, but I'm also really curious and kind of excited to actually do this and actually, you know, start queuing up a bunch of releases. I'm genuinely kind of excited.